If you're curious about red light therapy, but you're not too sure if it really works, or if it simply sounds too good to be true, then sometimes the best thing to do is to hear from others. You want to know what their experience was like. Did they find improvements? Was it as effective as they hoped? And do they recommend it? In this video, I share over a dozen reports from totally random, unknown strangers that have left feedback on my videos over the last year. And if that's still not going to be enough for you, be sure to hang around to the end of this video because I'll share with you an experiment that I did that proves for once and for all that this red light therapy thing is definitely far from a fad. So I've been researching and reviewing all things red light therapy for about 6 or 7 years now. It has totally changed my life. Dental health, back pain, skin issues, so many things have been resolved after introducing red light therapy. Now, I could get into the science because there are over 5,000 peer-reviewed studies on red light therapy, or I could also go into the hundreds of medical benefits that red light therapy or photobiomodulation is known to help with. But I don't want to do that today. I'll save that for another video. Instead, what I've done is I've gone through a bunch of my YouTube videos and just randomly picked out comments. These comments all share a story about how they benefited from the use of red light therapy. I don't know any of these people. They have public comments. Anyone can go over to the videos and read these comments for themselves. As you'll see, most of the comments don't even recommend a company or a product. They just talk about the technology as a whole. There's really no reason for them to leave such a comment. So with all of that known, let's go some of the key highlights I found in these comments. Okay, so firstly, we have a comment published 4 days ago. Red light therapy is the single most effective thing ever. I have 2 bad hips, bone on bone. Plantar fasciitis. Nothing works but this. It's truly a blessing. Now that comment was in reference to someone who had purchased a much smaller tabletop or handheld device and they were wanting a much larger wall panel because of course the larger the panel, the better the treatment offering. I'll just quickly mention I will show you the full comment word for word. When I read it out though, I may summarize some of the comments to make it easier to understand. Next, we have someone who found that red light therapy helped with their thyroid issue. Red light therapy has helped my hypothyroidism and my dosage has decreased by 1/3. My husband, who is the greatest skeptic in the world, has found great relief on an arthritic knee. Again, I don't work for them, I just swear by their products. Now we have a comment on dental pain. Now for me, this is one of the biggest immediate changes I found when using red light therapy. So John states, I almost got a tooth pulled out because of the bad pain. After using red light therapy, the pain is gone and the tooth is still there. Amazing, huh? This comment from Anna. We are in our 3rd week with using the Huga red light therapy panel, and we're already seeing significant improvements in muscle and joint pain, plus overall health. Joint pain is also another rather instantaneous benefit you'll notice from using red light therapy. Whether it's arthritis or just joint inflammation, sometimes after one session, people notice less pain and better movement in a joint. Okay, so now we have a comment from Jonathan. We brought the Rouge Care G3 Pro a few weeks ago before discovering your channel, and it has been miraculous. Seriously, miraculous. Okay, so Mark has purchased a Mito Red Light Mito Pro 1500. This panel actually took out #1 spot in a big comparison series I did 2 years ago. I'll put the links to that video below. Anyway, here's what Mark has to say after using this panel for 6 months. We use the light 6 days a week. Improvements have been noticed in the following areas: overall muscle strength, larger muscle size and tone, reduced heart rate, lower blood pressure, increased endurance, better sleep, noticeable vision improvements, better eye focus, and much better night vision. Skin scratches and cuts seem to heal much faster since skin sagging on the face, under the chin and the neck have nearly disappeared. Blemishes have also disappeared. Worth every penny. We are true believers in this therapy. Scratches, sunburn, and wound healing are 3 other issues where red light therapy sessions provide benefits that are truly noticeable. Sometimes I spend too much time outside in the sun. Typically 24 hours after a bad sunburn, you're still sore. Lying down in bed would give you that ouch sensation. Now, if I do overdo it in the sun, I immediately hit the red light therapy panel that afternoon and then again that night. I then go to bed and I swear to God, the pain is already gone, the redness is reduced, and I feel like any tanning happens so much sooner. Likewise with both scrapes and grazes. Red light therapy just seems to speed up the whole healing process. In fact, the research shows that yes, this is exactly what is happening. And this commenter says that it even works for blisters. A blister usually takes a couple days to heal, but after 2 5-minute blasts of red lights, 2 days later, it's all healed. Amazing. Here's another comment on accelerated wound healing. I had a large 3 by 3 inch open cavity. Daily nurse had to unpack, clean, and repack the wound. I started using red light therapy to accelerate the healing. The head of the burn department in my hospital was blown away by the speed in which I was healing. We also have comments from people who have noticed benefits with their skin. Jennifer was a regular user of a red light therapy mask. She stopped using it for 8 weeks and noticed her skin was thin and lacking structure. She reintroduced it and noticed her skin bounced back in about 4 weeks. Another comment reports on improved recovery times and also better skin in their neck and face. What about pain? We know there's some great evidence on red light therapy and lowering pain levels, and these next few comments support that as well. So Phil says, I've been using red light therapy with good results. First back in 2010 in a professional setting, it was very expensive, but there was lasting pain reduction. Then in 2021, I bought a Huga Health 200 red light therapy panel. They then report they're noticing benefits in a combination of areas, and it's important to note that this particular panel is rather small. The next comment actually touches on quite a few benefits. They state they feel a slimming effect, that it helps with achy joints, and also pain relieving and migraine reducing benefits. Ruth also shares a comment saying how her Biomax 450 has helped lower her pain load. But it goes well beyond joint pain. Recently, there's been some published studies showing that red light therapy can help with those suffering from COVID-19 issues or even other viral health issues. The next comment shows how red light therapy helped them recover from a severe respiratory infection. My husband and I were coughing our lungs out and drowning in mucus, so I decided to use a belt as described in a particular study. The study showed shortened hospitalization rates and reduced need for oxygen. We just laid the red light therapy belt on our chest over the area most affected by our cough and congestion, and set it on the near-infrared setting for 30 minutes once or twice a day. A couple days of this and our coughs and other symptoms receded and we could stop our medications. Hey, so if you're enjoying this, please hit the like button below and be sure to hit subscribe. I publish a lot of reviews, a lot of educational videos, and a lot of interviews on this channel. By hitting subscribe, it tells me that you enjoy this content and that I should keep doing it. Plus, you'll be the first to hear about new content when it goes live. And finally, we have red light therapy and the benefit it has on brain health. Now, this is an area that I'm still trying to get my head around, but the evidence is super solid and there are some neat products out there, such as the V-Lite, which I'll be reviewing later on. So Craig has the V-Lite Neuro. This is a headset specifically for brain health. Now, Craig states, I had a massive concussion and it was an absolute game changer for me. The positive impact of the V-Lite led me to use red light therapy panels and a flashlight for spot treatments. This healed a nagging off and on tennis elbow issue within days. And Doug also reports on great things when it comes to red light therapy and brain health. Doug owns a neuronic helmet and he's been treating his wife, who's unfortunately diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He states, it has made his life better for the both of us. We've been using it for 2 months. In that time, my wife's mood has improved and she is able to do daily tasks. And finally, we have this comment. I've been using red light therapy on the back and front of my head after a brain injury, and it is one of the only things that has slowly helped ease the symptoms. So that's just a snippet of the thousands of comments left on my videos over the years. Now, I invite you to check out some of my other videos and just read some of the comments. In fact, I've found that the people leaving comments are very nice and very helpful. So feel free to reply to one of their comments and ask them for more details. Otherwise, if you have your own positive red light therapy experience, why don't you just leave it below so others can see it? Now, earlier on in this video, I talked about how I've done a few things that have totally blown my mind and proved well and truly that yes, red light therapy works. This is all covered in a lot more detail in this video. I actually run an experiment where I stopped using red light therapy for a couple of weeks and I paid close attention to my body and also my wearable data to see what changes. And the results are quite interesting. Learn more about it here, otherwise leave any comments below.